whatever the fuck was going on. Hey, man, it doesn't matter. Right now, we're trying to build this shit back up. I feel like vases and shit got knocked over on the way out the door. Pictures got, you know what I'm saying, fucking knocked off the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just gracefully gone, you know? But, hey, ain't nobody no fucking victims over here. No jumper's gonna fucking stand. We're going to stay moving. We're going to stay bringing dope content. All this did was really put a motherfucking fire up to really bring even doper content through this bitch. Appreciate it.
And that's what
I fucking appreciate it.
I've been waking up feeling different the past couple of days. I've been waking up feeling like
it ain't the coke.
I'm on a mission. No, the coke will have you feeling crazy in the morning. I thought of that too, though. Do a little coke pod. You want some energy.
You fucking
we'll talk about that later. But I don't know. It's like I just kind of have a different mentality of like, all right, we got an audience. Maybe I need to break this shit down and rebuild it from the ground up. And I got a lot of different stuff that I could tell you about and show you and everything. But that's the shit that I'm saying to the team. We took
a hell of a hit, bro.
We took a hit. But that's what I'm saying to the team is like, we have this opportunity right now. It might not be there forever, but we got a fucking opportunity right now to make the best content that we can. And I'm really determined to like show the fans that we got it in us.
It's here, bro.
Pause.
Yeah. Listen, man, I think the viewers know we gonna stand up, man. We got this one under control. It's cool. Yeah, it's a little hiccup, but hey, man, the content's still coming through. People still fucking with our shit. I haven't really seen anything. It seems like everything's starting to go back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, the views definitely took a hit. That's the problem.
Got fucked up.
That's where we need to like really focus on making the content as good as possible.
But you did point it out. You were like, I wouldn't want it inflated on no bullshit either. On just drag in a brown paper bag. I wouldn't want it to be inflated on that. You know what I'm saying? Let it be because the content's good.
Right. I mean, there was definitely times over the past couple of years where it kind of felt like, oh, yeah, we just did killer views on this episode. But it was because of some conflict that I really don't feel like is going to be good in the long run. And especially when it starts being stuff between the hosts that gets amped up. And, you know, it's like that shit, like that's one of my biggest things. When I'm talking to Brick or Court or whatever, or like people that we're having on the channel now, I'm like, listen, if we got issues with each other, if we got anything aggressive that we want to get out or we got to say to each other, let's do it on the phone. Let's do it in a group chat. Let's do it in a conversation here. But let's not turn our lives into some soap opera bullshit. Because we could turn other people's shit into soap opera. You want to have a guest? We could fucking do whatever the hell you want about their shit. But in terms of us, let's move as a fucking unit.
Bro, think about why I never had the problem. And I'm going to point it out. I never had that problem because I was focused on the content. I didn't live stream. So I'm not sitting with people to be like, to even when some shit come up about me, to give a reaction to it because I'm too busy trying to get an interview and trying to interview this person. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Stop the interview mid-interview to say, hey, I want to address that shit too the other day on the show of when this happened or such and such. Like, fuck that. That shit looks corny, bruh.
But you want to know why I think part of the problem too is that we were just trying to do too much, make too much content, get too big. And it's like, the reason why I say that is because, think about it, we got the news Monday through Friday every morning. And then we got, at one point we had the Monday show, the Tuesday show, the Wednesday show, the Thursday show, and the Sharp.
2 shows on the Thursday because it was me and Disconnected on Thursday.
And so
we shared a day.
You know, and you guys are doing very different shit, so that's cool. But I think that at a certain point, when you have this many people being on camera this much, and there's only so much news coming out on a daily basis, and it's like, you know, if a rapper gets shot and it gets talked about on the show on Monday, on Tuesday, I guess we're going to talk about it. And then Wednesday, they're going to talk about it again. And Thursday, they're probably going to talk about it. And so that is very obvious to people that that's kind of boring and that that's something that like they should not do. So then it kind of becomes like, okay, well then we're going to sort of get into each other's personal lives. And then even that over time, it kind of became more like, oh, let's like, even that loses kind of interest. And then it's like, well, what the fuck are we doing on here?
I feel like people, the last probably like 6 months, people haven't really focused on watching the content. I think it's the personalities that we had. You know what I'm saying? Hattie, or my personality, yours, you know, just the on-air talent, you know, just camera talent. Like people really like took a liking to that. That's why when you see in the comments, like people would talk about the content, but they'll talk about the person who's talking about it more. I noticed that about our fan base. Like, it's different. You know, they like the personalities. They don't even give a fuck if you know how to interview, if you know how to say anything. If they like you, they like you. It's crazy.
And I mean, there's this crazy wave of, you know, or like the trajectory that people's careers kind of go on online that I've never really had to think about too deeply until this shit, where at first they don't give a fuck about you. And then you start to win them over a bit and they start to really like you. And then they find out some extra shit about you that either sometimes it's genuine, sometimes it's kind of like just an excuse. But at a certain point, they decide that they don't like you anymore and they start trying to tear you down. And I've seen it happen to like literally almost every fucking person that has come through here, you know?
Yeah.
And I see that the impact that kind of has on people in general. And in particular, you know, I'll just say it, like fucking Lush. Like that was tough for him when he started to really get like real deal hardcore feedback from the audience.
Realest shit I could ever say, and I hope that he hears this, because the problem was with Lush, man, he was too much of a fan. Like, we hired a fan, bro, and it's cool to be, you know, I like No Jumper, it's cool, but I really concentrate on the content and the business. I'm not looking to really go run my mouth over to people that I don't even fucking know like that. Like, and knowing that this is in an open place that can be recorded, and I'm just over here running my mouth because I think I fucking know everything. And to try to be cool and to try to fit in. And that shit was wrong, man. He should have never did that. I talked to Lush about it. I said, damn, Lush, you pretty much like damn near single-handedly. That shit wasn't even your business to go even tell.
And he didn't get picked up.
Don't give a fuck if you got it told or not. No, but I'm saying you can't pick up in your brain, Lush, like, hey, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Sometimes you stay out of it, homie. Or go tell the person that you heard it about if you feel like you have a good relationship with him. But don't go and start to tell strangers, man.
Yeah.
And thinking that this shit isn't gonna get out.
And it's crazy to see him go, and I haven't watched it, but I've like kind of heard summaries from people, but like he did a Bootleg Kev interview, and he's taking like no accountability from what I've heard. And that to me is the craziest shit. Like, maybe if he had fully admitted how fucking wrong it was what he did to me, then it would be a conversation about if we could be cool or whatever. But the fact that he tells this insane version of events that doesn't include the fact that his fucking, I mean, I would kind of call it snitching, but you know, whatever you want to call it, just being a blabbermouth.
I'm gonna blame both of you, because you should have knew better than to tell him. Fucking Lush can't hold water.
I should have definitely not trusted him.
I'm just being honest, bro. Everybody in this office knows this. The viewers know this. This is no Bush's baked bean secret here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Lush can't hold water, bro. So I wouldn't tell him anything. And even just on a normal, like, hey, man, like, and even though it was, you feel like it was harmless, you know what I'm saying? What you had said, whatever you had spoke on to him. But Lush, he can't hold that. Oh my God, he feels like you told him some info that nobody knows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's got the star power. He's running right to Discord tonight.
I'm gonna tell you the truth is that if it were you, if I had told you something that was like very obvious that it shouldn't be discussed with any outsiders, like, hey, I need you to keep this between me and you, I feel like it would have been no problem.
No, it wouldn't have been a problem. But if it was about somebody that needs to know, we need to tell him. This ain't something that, see, that's where real comes in. Like, bro, if that's how you feel, tell him.
No, but I did. I told Lush after I had already told AD, which is another thing that kind of got lost in this whole fucking storyline, is that it kind of was made out like I told Lush and that's how AD found out. In reality, I told AD on a Friday, and then Lush fucking, I told Lush on Saturday. And then Lush blabs about it on the Discord. AD knows about it by like Monday morning or maybe Sunday.
I mean, what's done is done. Right. You know, I mean, at this point, right?
We just have to be very careful about the people that we allow around us, because
I could not believe Lush did that, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna be real. Like, I always said it. I always said it, man. I always said it will never be somebody from the outside that takes No Jumper down. It'll be internal. And boy, was I fucking spot on.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K, because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.